Welcome back dear students, this is Dharamveer Singh, Biology faculty of Shivra Singh Children's Academy. Students, we are discussing about chapter Molecular Basis of Inheritance, and in this chapter so far we have discussed about packaging of DNA. In our last class we are discussing about how this long DNA packaged in a 1 microns nucleus in the case of eukaryote, and also in the case of prokaryote it is confined at a single location, and this location is known as the nucleoid. And in nucleoid region a special type of proteins are present that are known as nucleoid associated proteins. Okay, and today we will going to discuss about replication of DNA. Replication means how the DNA make its copies during the cell division. When our cell divides, then along with the cell DNA also divides. If we discuss that this is a cell and our cell have different type of phases, means during cell cycle there are different phases are there. First is known as G1, that is known as gap 1 phase. Second phase is known as S, that is known as synthetic phase. What is synthetic phase? Synthetic phase. And third phase is known as G2 or gap 2, and third one is M phase. In M phase our cell get divide. In this cell divides, but S phase or synthetic phase is the phase in which our DNA replicates. Our DNA replicates means DNA form its copies. Means if we discuss about a human cell, if we have 46 number of chromosomes here, then we have 92 number of chromosome after the S phase. Okay, after the S phase we have totally doubled number of chromosome or double amount of the DNA. Okay, so now I am going to discuss how this DNA replicates. Okay, so if this is our DNA, this is our DNA molecule, then replication means formation of its copies. Formation of its copies means from one parental DNA two new daughter strands are formed. This process is known as DNA replication. But how this happens means this DNA replication is of three types. A number of scientists have confusion about the replication of DNA. It is of dispersive type, it is of conservative type, or it is of semi-conservative type. We will discuss all three processes here. The most important thing is that DNA replication takes place in the S phase of cell cycle, and in S phase what happens, the total amount of DNA become doubled. That's why it is also known as duplication of DNA or replication of DNA or copying of DNA. Okay, now I am going to discuss about different models of replication of DNA. Okay, so our next topic is models of replication of DNA. Models of replication of DNA. So scientists have three different type of models. About first, that is known as conservative type, conservative model of replication of DNA. Second is semi-conservative, that is proved by Michelson and Stahl by their experiment. And third one is dispersive type, dispersive type. Before 1958, scientists were confused about the replication of DNA, that it was conservative type, semi-conservative type or dispersive type. Conservative type means that if this is a parental DNA strand, okay, I make it only a simple strand. If it is a parental DNA strand, then this parental DNA strand replicates and simply form a new strand, simply found a complete copy of new strand and a complete copy parental strand separated from it. Means it formed two new strands, but one is the copy and second one is the parental strand. But in the case of semi-conservative, scientists believe that if it is a parental DNA, then what happens after the replication? What happens? This type, a parental copy and a daughter copy, and another a parental copy and the daughter copy. Means both the parental strand work as template. And after their replication they form hybrid type of the DNA, in which one parental copy is present and one daughter copy is present, one parental copy is present, one daughter copy is present. This type of the replication is known as semi-conservative type of replication. And another last one is that is dispersive type. In dispersive type, researchers believe that if this is a parental strand, then what happens after the replication? The parental strand and daughter strand disperse to each other. Means they are scattered out, alternately present. This model is known as dispersive type. So this is conservative model of DNA, in which a parental strand separate from a daughter strand. This is known as semi-conservative, in which one strand, means in duplex, one strand is daughter and another strand is parental, one strand is daughter and another is parental, and last one is dispersive, in which parental and daughter strand are scattered out. Means क्या होता है बेटा, वो टुकड़ों में एक दूसरे के साथ में जुड़े हुए होते हैं. So after 1958 or in 1958, two researchers, Michelson and Stahl, work on the replication model of DNA. And prove that the DNA replication is of semi-conservative type. It is not conservative or dispersive. It is of conservative type. So now we will discuss how DNA replication is conservative. What is the setup? What is their experiment? So we will discuss about the experiment of Michelson and Stahl. After that, you all confirm that DNA replication is semi-conservative type. Okay. So now we will discuss about experiment of Michelson and Stahl. Experiment of Michelson and Stahl in 1958. So in the competitive examinations, years are most important. So Michelson and Stahl in 1958 experimented on E. coli, experimented on Escherichia coli, a bacteria that is symbiotically found in the gut of the humans, and after working they proved that DNA replication is semi-conservative. What they did, they simply grew this bacteria, in medium containing N15, means heavy isotope of nitrogen. N15 means heavy isotope of nitrogen. And after that what happens, all the bacteria become labeled with N15 or heavy isotope, and after their labeling they ultimately transferred this bacteria. Now they transfer these bacterial colonies or bacterial colonies into a medium that contains 14N or light isotope of nitrogen, and after each cell division they carried out cesium chloride. After each cell division they carried out cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation. So that they concluded that, or they find out that after first cell division, means in first cell division bacteria have all the DNA that is N15 labeled, and after first cell division they form a hybrid DNA, means that contains N15 and N14. That we will make we can say that visual diagram here. Then after second cell division they form a hybrid DNA molecule, and next one is light DNA molecule that contains N14. So now we will discuss it through the visual diagrams, what happens or what Michelson and Stahl did in his experiment. Okay, now I will discuss about what Michelson and Stahl did. Michelson and Stahl simply first time grown all the bacteria that contains an heavy isotope of nitrogen. So their DNA is labeled with an heavy isotope, and all they contains N15 type of DNA or N15 type of nitrogenous bases. And after first cell division, when bacteria transfer to normal or N14 type of the light isotope, when bacteria are transferred to the N14 or light isotope of the nitrogen, then in next generation or next condition, what happen in next condition, if here the DNA is this type, then what happened in after first cell division, what happens, they contains this N15 type of DNA, but along with this N14 type of DNA is also appears, and here N14 and N15 type of hybrid DNA appears, and if this DNA we make, then this DNA is a hybrid type. Then after first generation they get a hybrid type of DNA, and this hybrid type of DNA appears in the centrifuge, and this centrifuge was CSCl, cesium chloride density gradient centrifugation. And what happens after second cell division? After second cell division or second replication of the DNA, what happens? They got simply 2 bands here. बेटा क्या मिला उनको? 2 बैंड मिले, एक तो हाइब्रिड वाला मिलेगा और दूसरा कौन सा मिलेगा? प्योर और लाइट N14 वाला. Because N14 is the lighter, then it appears always upper part, and N15 hybrid is heavier, then it always appear downwards. तो बेटा यहाँ पे इनको क्या मिला? एक यहाँ पे 2 तो हाइब्रिड DNA मिले, इनको 2 तो हाइब्रिड DNA मिलते हैं. और 2 नए प्योर डीएनए मिलते हैं। कैसे हुआ होगा? जब पहली बार में डीएनए रेप्लिकेट किया, बेटा जब पहली बार में डीएनए रेप्लिकेट किया तो जो N15 था वो एज ए पेरेंटल स्ट्रैंड वर्क किया और उसके साथ में नया डीएनए सिंथेसाइज हुआ, दैट इज ऑफ N14 टाइप। बेटा वो कैसा था? N14 टाइप का था। उसके बाद में जब अगला रिप्लिकेशन हुआ तब ये दोनों एज ए पेरेंट वर्क करेंगे। क्या करेंगे बेटा? दोनों एज ए पेरेंट वर्क करेंगे। ये N15 अगर इसको हम मानते हैं तो ये भी एज ए पेरेंट वर्क करेगा। अगर हम इसको N14 तो ये भी एज ए पेरेंट वर्क करेगा। और इसके साथ में क्या होगा? एक N14 का नॉर्मल और इसके साथ में एक N14 का नॉर्मल डीएनए सिंथेसाइज हो जाएगा। सो दिस टाइप ऑफ द रेप्लिकेशन इज नोन एज सेमी कंजर्वेटिव। बेटा मेसलसन और निस्थाल ने अपने एक्सपेरिमेंट के बाद प्रूफ कर दिया, देन ऑलवेज अ हाइब्रिड डीएनए इज फॉर्म, मीन्स वन स्ट्रैंड इज ऑलवेज मेक अ पेरेंटल स्ट्रैंड। बेटा डीएनए के दोनों स्ट्रैंड में से हमेशा एक पेरेंटल बनेगा और उसके रिस्पेक्ट में एक डॉटर सिंथेसाइज होगा। ऐसा नहीं होगा कि फुल्ली कॉपीड हो जाए, फुल्ली कॉपी नहीं होगा। एक हमेशा कैसा रहेगा? अगर ये स्ट्रैंड हैं, ये पेरेंटल हैं, तो हमेशा एक कैसा रहेगा बेटा? एक पेरेंटल रहेगा और उसके साथ में दूसरा डीएनए जो होगा वो डॉटर स्ट्रैंड सिंथेसाइज होगा। दिस टाइप ऑफ द रेप्लिकेशन इज नोन एज द सेमी कंजर्वेटिव टाइप ऑफ रेप्लिकेशन that is proved by Messelson and Stahl in 1951 with the help of an experiment that he did on the E. coli bacteria, and he labeled E. coli bacterial genetic material or DNA with the N15, that is the heavy isotope of the nitrogen, and in first cell division he got the hybrid DNA. After first cell division they got the 2 bands, one contains hybrid DNA and another contains new purely formed lighter DNA, so that he is proved that DNA replication is semi conservative type. Okay, here only one strand, 2, now 4, and in next generation 8 strands are formed. बेटा कितने स्टैंड बनेंगे? 8 स्टैंड बनेंगे। आफ्टर दैट 16 स्टैंड्स आर फॉर्म। In the same way cells are also divided. Okay, as cells start to divide, the same way our DNA is also start to replicate. जैसे जैसे सेल डिवाइड करती हैं, सेल डिवीजन से कुछ पहले इस फेज के अंदर अपना डीएनए रेप्लिकेट हो जाता है। जैसे हम आपको पहले बता चुके हैं कि टोटल 4 स्टेज होती हैं सेल डिवीजन के अंदर, G1, S, G2 और M फेज के अंदर सेल डिवाइड करती है। यहाँ पे बेटा एक बार फिर से देख लेते हैं। M फेज के अंदर सेल डिवाइड करेगी, G1 के अंदर सेल में ग्रोथ होगी, और ये S जो सिंथेटिक फेज है यहाँ पे डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन होता है। सो आई थिंक इट्स ऑल अबाउट द एक्सपेरिमेंट ऑफ Messelson and Stahl. Now we will discuss about the replication of DNA, and first part we will only discuss about what is DNA replication and what are the different enzymes that participate in the replication of DNA. So now we move on the next and most important topic, that is the enzymes responsible for the DNA replication. Okay, so our next topic is enzymes required in DNA replication. So DNA replication happens in prokaryotes as well as in eukaryotes, but in both the organism it is of different type, because prokaryotes contains a circular DNA and eukaryotes contains a linear DNA, because we know that bacteria have an circular DNA and we people are the eukaryotes, we have the linear DNA. बेटा जो हमारा DNA होगा वो linear type का होगा. Okay, and if it is a bacteria, then bacteria always contains a double stranded DNA, but it is circular. बेटा वो कैसा होता है? Circular होता है. It is eukaryotic. It is eukaryotic DNA, and it is a bacterial DNA. Now what is the basic difference in the enzymes? the basic difference in the main replicating enzymes. I will discuss about all the enzymes, but first thing that is difference between these two that we discuss here. So first thing is the main replicating enzyme. Here main replicating enzyme is DNA polymerase alpha, beta, gamma, delta and epsilon. Here 5 different type of DNA polymerases are work. बेटा क्या होता है यहाँ पे 5 different type के. Now new research studies tells us that there are approx 11 type of DNA polymerases are work in the case of the eukaryotic DNA replication, but in the case of prokaryotic DNA replication, here 3 DNA polymerases are work. DNA polymerase first, DNA polymerase second and DNA polymerase third. This is responsible for the एक्सोन्यूक्लियस एक्टिविटी एंड प्राइमर एक्सटेंशन बेटा, और ये रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है रिपेयर के लिए, और ये डीएनए पॉलीमरेज थर्ड. DNA polymerase third is the main enzyme that is responsible for the replication of replication, that elongation of the DNA chain. बेटा जो DNA chain को और DNA डबल स्ट्रैंड की चैन को elongate करने के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है, यहाँ पे DNA polymerase थर्ड होता है. और यूकैरियोट के केस में बेटा कौन कौन से होते हैं, अल्फा होते हैं और डेल्टा. Alpha and delta in the case of the eukaryote responsible for the elongation of the chain of the DNA. In the case of prokaryotes, it is only a single DNA polymerase, that is DNA polymerase third. So now we discuss about this is a basic difference between the replicating enzymes or main replicating enzymes in eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Now I will discuss about all the enzymes that are required in the DNA replication of eukaryotes as well in the case of prokaryotes. Okay, so here I will make a chart study. One here is eukaryotes, and here I will discuss all the enzymes of prokaryote. In eukaryotes, first important enzyme is DNA protein A, after that second helicase, third SSB single stranded binding proteins, fourth gyrase, and most of the time they are called as topoisomerase. What? Topoisomerase. After that, fifth enzyme, that is ligase. Sixth, DNA polymerase. Seventh, primase. And eighth and last enzyme that is work in the eukaryotic DNA replication is telomerase. I will written it in different color because it have a different type of work. It is responsible for the termination of the DNA replication in the case of the eukaryotes. If we discuss in the case of prokaryotes, all the enzymes are same, but the difference is this also contain DNA A, helicase, SSB, gyrase, ligase. Difference in the DNA polymerase, they have DNA polymerase first, second and third. They contains alpha, beta, gamma, delta and epsilon. Okay, next they also have primase, but at last they have eighth enzyme, that is TUS proteins, that responsible for the termination of the DNA replication in the case of prokaryotes. Though there are 8 enzymes, All these 8 enzymes work in the DNA replication in the eukaryotes as well as in the prokaryote, but the basic difference in DNA polymerase and termination enzymes, we can say that telomerase and TUS proteins. I think it's all about today's lecture. In our next video, we will discuss about the mechanism of DNA replication, how DNA replication happens in the case of prokaryote and as well in the case of the eukaryote. We will discuss simultaneously both prokaryotic and eukaryotic DNA replication. So thank you dear students for watching my video. I will discuss about the replication mechanism in our next class. Thank you.